Good morning or good afternoon or good evening whenever you happen to be looking at this video. We are happy to welcome you back to our prayer week moment of focus today. Glad you could join us. Today is Friday and we are wrapping up our prayer week sessions with I think something that's going to be a great joy and a blessing to you. As we look at John 17 once again, we are looking at the last three verses today, verses 24 through 26. And there is some really wonderful, amazing things here in this passage that should encourage you and inspire you to prayer and to worship. In verse 24, we read this: Father, Jesus is praying to the Father, remember now. He says, Father, I desire that they also, whom you have given me, may be with me where I am, to see my glory that you have given me, because you loved me before the foundation of the world. O righteous Father, even though the world does not know you, I know you, and these know that you have sent me. I made known to them your name, and I will continue to make it known, that the love with which you have loved me may be in them, and I in them. As Jesus prays here, it's interesting to listen to him, for Jesus is expressing in this prayer a longing for you and I to be with him in heaven. Is that a strange thought to you? Is that an odd thing to hear Jesus say? Does it strike you as different to think about Jesus longing for you and I to be with him in heaven? We certainly know that we are longing for that day. We certainly understand that in our own hearts, that's the great hope that we have. But I don't know if it's ever occurred to us that Jesus is longing for that day as well. That's what we hear Jesus saying in verse 24 when he says, Father, I desire that they also whom you have given me may be here where I am. We're not used to thinking about Jesus in this way. After all, we are good theologians and we have been taught and recognize the truth of the matter that Jesus does not need us. We believe that Jesus is entirely content and whole within himself. He isn't empty without us. He isn't missing something if he doesn't have us. Everything that Jesus did for us was not out of some sense that he couldn't live without us. He could have lived without us quite easily. Jesus died for us simply out of sheer giving grace to us, not because of any need that he had for us. This is all true theology. If there is no one else with God in heaven, he is not diminished in the least. All of this is very true. And yet, at the same time, in some mysterious and wonderful way, Jesus longs for and is looking forward to the day when you and I will come fully into his presence like we never have before. How amazing is the love of our Savior for us. He wants us. He desires us. He's looking forward to that day. And what will Jesus do when we finally arrive there to be with him? Well, the prayer tells us, Jesus says, I want them to see my glory. Jesus is going to show us his glory. The glory that God had given him out of the Father's great love for the Son. Jesus wants to blow your mind, overwhelm your senses, and amaze you to the very core of your being, showing you his glory like this. What an amazing thought. Imagining Jesus with us in heaven with this great big smile on his face as he watches you and I in big-eyed wonder on our first day with him in heaven. As we walk around in amazement and excitement, Jesus is going to look at us and just smile and be happy, and he's going to say, this is what I've been longing for. This is what I've been looking forward to. Jesus longs for the day when you and I will be with him fully and completely. So as you pray today, I want you to just kind of let your time in prayer be almost a little time of meditation, a time of imagining, a time of thinking about this day that Jesus prayed for. He's praying for it to come. He says, Father, I bring it on. Speed its coming. As you pray today, just think about that. Think about God. Think about Jesus longing for you to get there someday. And rejoice in the joy of your Savior, and let this longing for this day grow within you, even as it does in Jesus himself. Pray with joy and gladness today. As you lift up all the other prayer requests that you're going to pray for, put this one in there right at the top of the list as well. And let your prayer time be a time of great joy and blessing. Thanks for being with us throughout this week, taking time to pray, taking time to watch all these videos we put together. And the Lord bless you as you grow strong in him and look forward to what comes in this new year. Thank you.